Hello Grace Harbor, my name is Jameson and welcome to another video on the study of Matthew. Today we're going to be looking into Matthew chapter 10, which is Jesus instructing the disciples. So bear with me just for a minute because I need to read the name of the disciples. So we have first Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother. We also have Philip and Nathanael. We have Thomas and Matthew, also called Levi, the tax collector. James, the son of Alphaeus, and Judas, not Iscariot. Simon and Zealot. And then we have Judas Iscariot, the one who ultimately betrayed him. So Jesus' instructions are very specific. Don't go into Samaritan cities. Don't go to the Gentiles. Only go to the lost sheep of Israel. This instruction is interesting because he also later in Acts chapter 10, he instructs Peter or Simon to go to the Gentiles. And the verse specifically says, "Do not call anything unclean that the Lord has made clean." So that's just an example on the Lord wants to reach everybody. And why Jesus gives this instruction, that I don't know. But that's just a little thing that I found. Jesus also says, don't take anything with you. Only the cloak that you have on, the belt, a walking stick, and sandals. Don't take anything else, not a second set of anything. When you go into the city, start preaching your heart out. Say, the kingdom of heaven has come near. Then find a house in the city and stay there. Stay there while you're in the city. And hang with me, because I'm going to read another verse here. So, do not take gold or silver or even copper money in your money belt, or a provision bag for your journey, or even take 2 tunics or sandals or a staff, for the worker deserves his support. Whatever city or village you enter, ask who in it is worthy, who welcomes you and your message, and stay at his house until you leave that city. As you go into the house, give it your greeting, that is, peace be to this house. If the family living in that house is worthy, welcoming you and your message, give it your blessing of peace. That is, a blessing of well-being and prosperity, the favor of God. But if it is not worthy, take back your blessing of peace. Whoever does not welcome you nor listens to your message, as you leave that city, shake the dust of it off your feet in contempt, breaking all ties. And this is kind of a denouncement. As we know later in Matthew, Jesus goes through denouncing the cities that he performed miracles in and says it will be better for Tyre and Sodom than it will be for that city that I performed miracles in and did not listen. So that is big, but still. So as we go through later, he says there will be hard times ahead for you. There will be a hard road. And if you're before a judge or a jury, or if you're going through prosecution, he says, don't worry about what you're going to say, because I will be with you, and the Holy Spirit will speak from you. That is very powerful, that even through prosecution, I will be with you. And he even says later in Matthew chapter 24 that this gospel of the kingdom will be preached to all nations concerning my name, and then the end will come. So once his gospel is preached, or the good news, to all nations as a testimony, the end will then come, which is what Matthew 10 is somewhat referring to. And he's sending out the disciples. It's not just instructions for the disciples, though. It's instructions for us also. Now, he's not meaning don't take any provisions. You take provisions with you, some money, food, things like that. But what he's saying here, freely go and spread his message. Spread the gospel. Spread the good news. baptize people in the Holy Spirit and in Jesus' name. And I'm going to read another verse here real quick. So make up your minds not to prepare beforehand to defend yourselves, for I will give you skillful words and wisdom, which none of your opponents will be able to resist or refute. But you will be betrayed and handed over even by parents and brothers and relatives and friends, and they will put some of you to death. And you will be continually hated by everyone because of your association with my name. But then the very next sentence is a promise from the Lord. But not a hair on your head will perish. By your patient endurance, empowered by the Holy Spirit, you will gain your souls. Which means that we may perish here in persecution, but we will gain our souls in an eternal house in heaven. So Jesus gives one other instructions that I think is important. The meaning of discipleship. So we are meant to be disciples. Here's another verse here. A disciple is not above his teacher, nor is a bondservant above the master. It is enough for the disciple to be like his teacher, and the bondservant like his master. If they have the head of the household saying, how much more will they speak evil of the members of the household? So do not be afraid of them, for nothing is hidden that will not be revealed at the judgment, or kept secret be made known at the judgment. What I say to you in the dark or privately, tell in the light publicly, and what you hear whispered in your ear, proclaim it from the housetops to many people. So he's saying to spread the message. Whatever you hear from the Holy Spirit, spread it everywhere. And we will be rewarded for it. We will be rewarded with great rewards and prosperity in heaven, and a seat at his table in his kingdom. He who receives and welcomes us, the disciples, receives me. And he who receives me, Jesus, receives him who sent me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.